Hey, this one is for your Capricorns out there, whether it's your rising sign, your sun, lesser degree, your moon. And it's the last one. I started with Aquarius, so this is the last one for me that I started with for the first time in my life to talk about signs. And as a matter of fact, Capricorn rules time. They take time for things. They don't take shortcuts. And if they do, it doesn't work out for the best for them. They need to take the slow but certain path, day by day, a little bit more, keep on doing what they're doing. They will, it's a feminine sign and an earth sign. So they manifest if they keep going. But later in life, it normally, unless you know, every chart is so unique, and it doesn't mean that Capricorns cannot manifest fast. It's just a general idea of the archetype, the energy of Capricorn. So when they start a new project, they do start project. They are also a sign that starts new things, but it is to they will go in slowly. They don't rush into it quickly, like Aries kind of fiery type. They will do it mainly for more stability in their life, more security, and to gain respect from themselves even. And they can be quite hard and critical for themselves and their world around them, but the hardest for themselves. So they are very professional, hard workers. They meet obstacles, but when they cannot go around it, they will go through it or over it. Really, they have so much capacity to just keep going. And when they later in life have gained more stability and the security that they feel they need from the outer world, they will relax more. And as long as they don't have that, it's very difficult for them to enjoy life. And it's like the inner security that they have, like everybody has it, but the way they deal with it, I will counteract that with manifesting in the material world whatever it is they want to manifest. And they learn the hard way. And so they're like in the ancient astrology, it's not only the goat, it's the sea goat that is a symbol. And the sea goat is like adaptable and can survive on the land and in the water. And they get through trial and error with time wise, because if you do it the hard way, I mean, usually you learn a lot. And with time also you learn. It is, you can learn mentally very fast. You can read a lot of books very fast in your life and mentally understand things and have breakthroughs, which also is amazing to have. But really, it's the going the path with time that really embodies what you've learned. So with time, when you meet an older Capricorn that manifested what he or she wanted in life, or a big deal of it, or maybe something else that he manifested on the way that changed their goals, but they manifested. They are like so stable, and they're like, Capricorn rules structure and stability. Like they're like the salt of the earth, like your pillars of stability. Also in society, they do well in structures of hierarchy, and they respect that a lot also, because Capricorn is all about structure and organization, and the business world now works like that at this moment. So they are really here to learn to master matter. And it's an earth sign, and the more earth you have in your chart, in your birth chart, in your houses, everybody has all the signs, the 12 signs. But if you have a lot of planets in earth signs, you are it's more easy for them to adapt to how the material life in I speak for the West, at least, that to live here, to adapt to planet Earth and the way society works right now. And Capricorn is here really to master matter. And if this is why they probably are born with this inner security and fear. Everybody has fear, but they are to really go for that, to have this outer manifestation, to feel secure within, to be so strong, to keep on going. With them, it's mainly this is fear based. Anything? Yeah, it takes time. Like I said, they should not do the shortcuts. Like, if somebody proposes them a deal, it's like, give me this deal, you can cut a few corners. It slaps them in the face sooner or later. Like I said, with time, they get really feeling better in their skin. And until they get there, and they're so critical of themselves, sometimes also because they had a very critical parent, especially if it's like if you have Sun in Capricorn, it's possible, like a father figure that was critical of your heart. They can be then along the way very critical to others. It will also get better when they're older, and less judgmental, the way they can be judgmental to themselves, to others. And they want to be with the best. They want to hang around with the elite, with the people who are best in their jobs. If they're into sports, they want to be with the best sportsmen, women. If they're into business, they want to, if they're not the boss, they want to be near that area. So they like this elitish world and little bit snobbistic. This is where they this is how now life in the business is here. Probably in the old times this was very different than now. Yeah, when they don't achieve the things in their life they want, ooh, that's for them, it's the hardest sign for not achieve whatever they had in mind they would achieve in this life. They will get not so happy and rather grumpy, and very hard on themselves. I think this is the hardest, the sign that is the hardest, being critical to themselves. Wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, in that house, is the house where things take more time, will go gradually, don't rush it day by day, and with age it will get better. And if you need more perseverance, because they're so good at that, you should add some typical Capricornian things in your lives, like maybe have I'm thinking a lot of things, but I don't know if it makes sense. Like it's cold things, stones, cold food, but maybe the colors. The colors of Capricorn are not bright, are not like standing out. Like look, that person in orange. No, it is the brown, the gray colors, the colors there that are used mainly like in business. Like that is this kind of clothes when you go to an office and everybody's wearing the same outfit, something like that. Wear these kind of clothes. Yes. went through that. So they are very much identifying themselves with money. I say now money, but I mean resources. So that what gives them security. In the West is like money, savings, but it can be anything like resources that helps you have enough energy to continue. So, excuse me. As they identify themselves with it goes along with their path. When it comes to what they do with their money, investing, they can be very conservative with it, but on the other hand, also may take risks. So they can invest in houses or gold, something that has been proven through time to be quite stable. But they also sometimes are risky, and they can sometimes really a lot of money and then nothing. Well, or something in between, but it can go up, can go down, they can gain, they can lose. But well, I've heard stories that people with a lot of richness and a lot of savings and like billionaires have sometimes lost it all through, I don't know, risky things or just something went very wrong with an investment. And then they build from nothing. And that's something Capricorn would be able to do, just lose it all or invest it all in something, have no savings, because this is not about how they make their money. This is about what they do with their resources. So, yeah, they are both very stable with it, but not afraid to risk it. They can gain more resources and money through networking and groups, and especially networking, maybe unusual groups, not where it can even be, like with science, where science is people with unusual thoughts, with new thinking, way of thinking, with very bright minds, and they can even be into weird groups like astrology and that kind of things. Social media is also, they value science also, and they value also these networks. It's not just something only a means, they really value this and they get energy from that. So with connections and their interests, knowing people is impacts their wallet. Yeah, and they're influenced by these kind of groups socially, and yeah, like I said, they want to be with the best and stuff like that. But the way their mind works, their intellect, and how they think, it is kind of surprising, because Capricorns are seen as very serious and hardworking, but their mind can be like very sensitive thinkers and very intuitive, which helps them a lot. And they can think, are very optimistic and positive, and like seeing the big picture, and fantasizing, or have a really lose themselves in their thinking, not being so. I'm sorry, there are monkeys in the tree there. Yeah, I'm still here in the Amazons. Last day. Anyway, the macacao are there. And I'm so distracted. Has Capricorn something to do with monkeys? Everybody has something to do with monkeys, no? Anyway, so how they think, they are not the best in details of the thinking part, and especially the writing and speaking. So for instance, when they learn languages, they will learn the language, but they will not go into the details of conjugating all the verbs. You understand me? That's the main thing. Also with writing, they They may not be the best in spelling and stuff like that. The details when it comes to that. Um, like I said, when they go up in their big story, they can get very optimistic, but on the other hand, they can go when they go very high, they can also go very low with their thinking. They are most of the time not the loudest in the company. They can um, take their time usually and be more quiet before they talk, and maybe have secrets, or secrets like don't speak about everything they know. It's not like secret, but or you can say hide things. um they will just not mention a lot of things. Don't know if then whether it's like a secret or just something they want to hide. It can be secretive or something like that. Maybe like white lies to make things more beautiful than they are. So not like deep dark lies, more like spin fairy tales around it. That's possible. Anything. Yeah, they really like to see the bigger picture when it comes to that. And then also maybe they should with time have stronger boundaries, or be aware that they don't have a lot of boundaries in their life for family members, like their siblings or your best friends. Can be really beautiful to see, but it can be taken advantage of. um, they are very generous and very forgiving towards them. Again, uh, can be taken advantage of that. The monkeys, when it comes to their their deep emotional needs to arrive, at their deep within yourself, the warm feeling, like coming home with yourself. They are kind of fiery. They are like if you make it bigger in your own family, they are like, here I am. I'm active. I'm maybe kind of bossy. You have to listen to me, and it's me first. The good thing about it, they are really great in taking initiative with family members, or sport with the family, or being sportive at home. If it's not sportive, they will be active and like fixing all the things. Every if something's broken, they fix it. They will normally not leave it for months and months. They will really do the effort. And no way around. Can be dominating, but for their own emotional well-being, it's very important for them to be active in that area of their life when it comes to family, and feeling that they can that they are important there, that they are needed, that they are seen as the I am here person, and that they are seen like that. Yes, you're there, you're here, you need this, for their emotional security for themselves. They, for that reason, really are initiative about wanting to buy their own property, their own homes, and they can gain uh, money, resources through properties. They do. So to see a Capricorn, expressing their talents, and the talents is your divine essence, and when they can express it, you see a person that loves the good life. They love beauty. They love the wine and dine, and nice restaurants, beautiful things. They love to enjoy. It can go from the earth and nature, but anything that can trigger your mind, like beautiful watches, fine clothing, good shoes, fashion brands, anything fancy that is, they like luxury. And well, and when it comes to expressing this, you will see that towards their, well, their love life, not so much the person they marry, but the persons they date. They will really like to be very sensual and wine and dine their lovers. And hmm, let me think. um yeah, this is also, how they experience true pleasure and fun for themselves, and just enjoying the good things of Mother Earth. Anything physical and like a good massage, and they can have very attractive children and be also very sensual, sensitive, sensual. What's the word? I forgot. With their kids, like very, very loving, very sweet. Uh, yeah, this is a thing. So they're they have the capacity to have a unique idea and give it a structure and really manifest it. It's very good for us, for Sagittarius, for a Capricorn, to once they have maybe more security that they maybe did in another way, that they like an employee in a company where they really work hard, but that once they feel they can, that they have their unique idea and do something with it, manifest that also, because they have this tendency, capacity, and this capacity is really something like a um, like divine talent that was given to them. So wow, nice. Problems in life. They are kind of serious, but when the people are maybe too chatty, too loud, making too much noise with fun, and they can be irritated by that. On the other hand, they thrive the best in an environment, in your daily job, when it comes where there is a lot of communication, and there is um ba- 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 yeah, a lot of business, like business atmosphere, and a lot of I already said communication, but where the phone doesn't stop and you're always talking, they can get into their job with the colleagues into problems, but they also solve it through, again, communication, and maybe through humor as well. And oh yeah, so when it comes to their health problems with their health, it's good for them to read about it, talk about it, inform themselves about it, getting their facts, really dig, be curious about it. Just don't just accept. For them, it's good to just not just accept what somebody says. Doesn't, I mean, it can be anybody, friends, or just uh, a healer, a doctor. It's good for them to take the advice, but then maybe check again or dig a little bit deeper to get more facts, and it really helps their health, and um, especially when it comes to their lungs. Like I said, their environment, it would be good. There's a lot of mental activity, and also mm, because they are so sensitive and open towards their friends and siblings, is also the place that they can get troubles with, like I already mentioned. So this is the problems in their life, but also always to be solved through communication, looking, getting your facts, digging deeper for, not just one source for the facts, not just two sources for the facts. Maybe three is enough, but preferably like 5 to 7, really, can help them a lot with solving their problems in their life. Doesn't matter which kind of problems with other people or with their health. Talking about what they discover about health, it's also good for them to just talk about it with others. Maybe even, teach it. When it comes to the person they have a contract with in business, but mainly like a marriage partner or somebody, you buy a house with or have a child with, they will look for emotional security. They need emotional security. They will look for a partner for emotional security, and everybody wants emotional security, but they emotionally feel much better and are needy for, a one-on-one relationship. And they look for, because they're so not the best in expressing their emotions, they will mirror that and look for somebody who is like, very caring, motherly type person that expresses emotions, and maybe, even over the top expressing emotions, depending, and maybe also moody, but very caring and expressive, emotional, who kind of, gives them an emotional feeling of being home. And it can fluctuate, the relationship, go up and down. But they will get married for the reason to create a family. Otherwise, if they don't want a family, they will not get married. Some people you marry and don't have a family, but they, for their own, they're really needy. They don't know that they're needy because they will project it on their partner, who is then needy, but actually is them. They are very needy. Also, doesn't mean that the partner cannot be needy. They want to be nurtured by the partner, like kind of mother. It's also possible that their first partner has some qualities like their mother, because maybe also their mother was, yeah, that is too long for this. I'm not going to go there. Also, in their job environment, when it comes to their business, they really are looking for security again. Also, when they have the business partner, like a contract one-to-one, they go for the security and the protection there. And they, most of the time, the partner they attract is very loyal, and they also are very stable, and loyal when it comes to keeping that relationship going, and wanting to be protective of the relationship. When there is a real big crisis, like, crisis like life and death, literal or figurative, it's hard for them to change and adapt. But once they do, the change is kind of fixed, and they will be proud of it, and they will take honor in it, and also exude that confidence, some in crisis. And when you turn to them, you will have the feeling that they really will be there for you and help you, because they have this like a royal aura over them when it's in a crisis. But in truth, it takes them time to really get there, through the transformation and the healing. And what can help them when they are in a place like that in their life is to have fun, to go to the sun, go into the light, go to warm places, do the things they like to, where they can shine. Go to the theater, anything that gives them, that this kind of divine royal feeling that makes you shine on the inside, and let go a little bit more of their hard work every day. Also, kids, yeah, kids can be playing with the kids to let loose a bit, let your hair hang down and go to your heart. When it comes to their worldview, or their spiritual beliefs, or how they see God or religion, or just the concepts of of the vast view that we ponder upon, for them is very practical. They see, like, you have to work hard and you have to be of service to the ones in need, people that are less fortunate, the maybe people that are sick or don't have any resources. We should just help them. We have to be of service, and this is how you make your way to God, or to a better life, or how you will be the English word is lost in my head. Rewarded. This is how you will be rewarded. They also believe that there's no luck. You have to work for your luck, it's work hard, and then maybe then there's no luck. You just worked hard for it and you will be rewarded for that. But because they believe this, they can be so helpful and be of service of people who need help. I've seen that. It's really true. Besides that, they can be so no. Good things, Crystal. I already said the things that are not so good. We all have everything of all the signs in us. So we all have this, but different things get expressed. Oh yeah. Also, to have a bigger vision of life, traveling belongs with that, traveling far, far, far away, and most of the time for a longer period, not just a week or 2 weeks, but a few months, really can help change how we see things in life and how we feel about things, and the experience we had. And Capricorns often travel for their job. They do. And travel also can give them healing, and for whatever problems they have in their life. And yeah, seen that too. So their biggest manifestation in life that is visible for others, so anything that is like having to do with what is visible in the world and the highest achievement or your image, they are graceful. They can be very rough on the way and tough on the way to the top, but once they're very graceful. If they are a boss, you're lucky, because they'll be a good boss. They are in for the balance, and they're in for the win for everybody. When they're this is how they also are seen. They are in for the win because they want to win, but they want the other party also to win. They want a win-win situation, which is beautiful. So, like I already said, they should at one point in their life work with a creative idea and manifest it, and they can be really this is their vocation, and they can be known for that. Yeah. They will think all about things before they start. I am repeating myself. On the other way, they can be attracted to persons that have a high visible social standing in in society. But the main thing is that they love just to be balanced, and they're known for that. They will not go easily to extremes from the on one side to the other. Somebody with a lot of Capricorn energy usually doesn't dress extreme or act extreme. If they do, it's because they're too critical for themselves, and then are too critical of others, and then they go extreme into that area. One of their parents can be very graceful. One of the other parents can be very critical. So they also want to look graceful, but is like balanced for them. So no extremes again. They can be good entertainers as well, in a balanced way. When it comes to their the social networks that they move in can be quite hidden. They can be in social circles that they will not talk about because they're hidden and secretive. On very low manifestation can be like criminal groups, or they can join sex clubs, or mafia stuff. On the upper hand, just companies. There are so many companies that have where there's a lot of big time money that have these special groups, but it's known to people, but not really. It's kind of hidden, and it is networking with people with power, with a lot of power. It can be used for the good and used for the not so good. So it can be can go really deep, can even go to the occult or even astrology, and that they can just, it goes deep. Any group activity, network activity is not just about chit chat. No, it goes really deep, and can be transformative for them, or they can really change at one point in their life. They can be like part of like a sex club group society, and on the other, and then they change it for church group, something like that, or they have it both. Anything that goes very deep, and the networking with the power, so it's big corporate money, anything that is trust or money that is like not is not in a bank account, in your own country, somewhere else. I don't know where they put money that is not seen. Yeah, anything under the ground, like from diamonds, oil, any this kind of groups. Interesting, isn't it? These Capricorns. So they can, like I already said, they can have gains through being in these groups. On the other hand, can be power struggles also in these networks, and it's power struggles, very ambitious. The good thing here is that anything that goes very deep can be transformative and can kill you, and it can heal you, something like that. So also their gains, the money they make, their resources they make, can be hidden, or they're secretive about it, but it takes time. Anything that is a kind of a dream of you. Takes time and effort, especially also with Capricorn. And then last but not least, their blind spot, their blind side. Like everybody has this, your unconscious, the thing that actually really drives you, maybe without you knowing it, and also where you can really let go if it's more conscious and step out of your daily routines and habits is travel faraway places, trusting more in life, seeing more that you can just be lucky if if your mindset is like that. um Seeing the silver lining instead of being pessimistic, as long as you don't feel secure. Enjoy life just to enjoy life, um which is hard for them as long as they feel insecure. So they have maybe easy access to faraway places, and that's because they really need it to unwind and to, you know, let go, surrender a bit more to life once in a while. Huh. Yeah. And I go back. This is also good for them, you know. They tend to do that with their instead of reading about faraway places, and or reading about spirituality, or these, you know, topics that are a little bit for the mind and for the heart and our soul. I hear thunder. Tropical storm is coming, or it stays there. What else to say? They work so hard in this life because maybe because it's so too, you can, if you believe in past lives, it's like because their past life was a life of, you know, happy-go-lucky, and just wherever they went, luck was following them. And now maybe they have to make up. But if you don't believe in past lives, it can be just something unconscious that they, it's hard for them to, it's their blind spot, the happy-go-lucky. But it's what drives them. It is what drives them, and where they they will sleep better probably in a faraway country and relax better and surrender better. So Capricorn, move to a faraway country. All right, my last day, my last evening, and I'm going back to Belgica to be continued. Next video will be in winter time again. Not here the 30 degrees tropical temperatures with the monkeys in the trees. They sound like bears sometimes, especially in the night, the hollow monkeys. The Capricornians, structure of the world, pillars of society. Thank you for being there. See you later. Bye. I have to click one more time. Bye.